When planning a big outdoor event, you may need to analyze weather data like temperatures, rainfall, and wind speeds from various European locations, which is spread across multiple spreadsheets. Excel tables can help you manage this data effectively. By converting your data into tables, you can easily sort, filter, and visualize information, making it simpler to identify trends and find the ideal location for your event. This approach turns complex data into clear, actionable insights, streamlining your event planning process. Welcome to our video on creating tables in Excel. Today, we'll explore how to transform your data sets into neatly organized tables, making your data easier to manage and analyze. By the end of this video, you will be able to customize tables in Excel to streamline your data management, set up tables in Excel, explore how to use Copilot to analyze and visualize data in Excel tables. First, let's talk about how tables can be useful in Excel. A table in Excel is a structured range of data that's easy to manage and analyze. Tables house data in a collection of rows containing data entries and columns containing headings. When you convert a range of data into a table, Excel automatically applies formatting, enables sorting and filtering, and makes it easier to perform calculations. Tables help you organize your data, maintain consistency, and quickly summarize information, making your analysis more efficient and accurate. Now let's talk about creating tables. Here we have a data set that provides a detailed record of weather conditions for each season from 2019 to 2023, including the average temperature, average humidity, average wind speed, and snowfall. It offers a comprehensive view of how these weather parameters have changed over the years, which can be useful for understanding seasonal weather patterns and trends. Start by selecting the range of data you want to include in your table. There are many ways to convert your data into a table. Option 1, go to the Insert tab on the ribbon and then select Table. Make sure your data has headers. Excel will also ask you to confirm the range. If everything is correct, select OK. Your data is now neatly organized into a table. Option 2 would be to highlight your range of contiguous cells and utilize the shortcut Ctrl and T. Some of the characteristics of a good data set include accurate data that is free from errors, a complete data set without missing values, consistent data and data types, and the entries in each column need to be relevant to the column heading. Our current dataset displays these characteristics. Creating the table formats the data, and at first glance, it already seems consistent. Now let's look at how you can customize the table to fit your needs. First, let's see how to insert another row of data. To insert, you need to highlight the row where you wish to add, right-click, and select Insert. The newly added row will appear above the one you have highlighted. You can also highlight the row by holding Ctrl and Shift, and then selecting the plus sign. Assess what happens when I add in yet another row. The same applies when you insert a column. You can insert by right-clicking on the column and selecting the Insert option, or you can use the same shortcut, Ctrl, Shift, and the plus sign. When you insert a column, don't forget to give it an appropriate heading. Tables save a lot of time with formatting. You can even customize your table and change the look in the Table Styles group that appears in the contextual tab called Table Design. This tab is activated whenever you select a cell within the table range. The next thing to consider is what are some of the uses of tables. We could, for example, perform a statistical analysis and identify trends or patterns, such as monitoring the average temperature per season over a period of 5 years. Now we call on our built-in guide, Copilot. Our data is already in a table format. Copilot works not only with tables, but also with data ranges that resemble a tabular structure. Let's start with a prompt to calculate the average temperature per season. You will notice that not only does Copilot provide the answer in words, but it also represents this answer graphically. Another question we want to ask is which season has the strongest winds? Copilot then analyzes the data and produces the result. The season with the strongest wind is winter, with a maximum average wind speed of 21 kilometers per hour. Another interesting question would be to ask Copilot to highlight the top 5 days with the highest relative humidity. And again, it highlights the appropriate cells, which happens to be in winter. So while Copilot is useful for analyzing data, this brings me to the next point on the uses of tables, and that is visualization. Tables are easily converted into charts, graphs, and dashboards to better visualize your data insights. So let's see if we can create a pie chart. Let's ask Copilot to summarize the average snowfall into a pie chart. Here we are actually asking Copilot to do 2 things. First, to calculate the average snowfall across all the seasons per year, and then to present this graphically. Again, it does not disappoint, and we have a beautifully presented pie chart that we can add to a new sheet. In this video, we covered the importance of using tables in Excel. We demonstrated how to create and customize your tables to improve your data organization and workflow. We also looked at how Copilot can be used to perform complex data analysis tasks, such as calculating averages, identifying trends, and highlighting outliers. Now it's your turn. Practice these skills and you'll be well on your way to becoming an Excel pro.